Aries, 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 this is your July 2021. So, Aries, the first thing that comes up for you guys, in fact, I was a little shocked that this was your first card, but it is the Judgment card. So, Aries, what's going on with the Judgment card is there is going to be a renewal. There is going to be a new signing of a contract or a new agreement, perhaps for work, or this also could be a rebirth, uh, meaning of a relationship or friendship, or even for some of you, this coldness that you've had with this family member. Somebody may have turned their back on you a while ago. But I think pretty soon you guys are going to be face to face, or you're going to handle something and really understand what's coming about. There's going to be an opportunity here for you guys with this Judgment card where you're going to be able to take action. And this action is going to be your key to the truth of something that should have been handled a long time ago. Now, I am going to say that along with this Judgment card is definitely a wake-up call. So this is talking about for you in the month of July, Aries. You are going to get a wake-up call of some sort. This wake-up call is going to be a reality of, for some of you, Aries, not really understanding where you are right now, not understanding the position that you're in, also not understanding exactly the influence that you have on other people. It feels like a lot of Aries have spent a lot of time focusing on how something's affecting them, Aries, but not seeing how something is affecting other people. So whether this has to do with an addiction, whether this has to do with selfishness, whether this has to do with your money, whether this has to do with you changing people's lives, or you portraying to people what you feel they should be doing, maybe it might not be a good judgment call. So be careful on offering too much information to people in the month of July to where they're going to make life-changing decisions or choices that could affect them greatly in a negative way. So be careful. Be careful. Sometimes honesty isn't going to be the best policy for the people that you're trying to give advice to, or trying to help, or trying to have them see something. For some of you, you're going to be dealing with somebody who's very depressed. So be careful in the month of July not to go overboard with anything, okay? Not to go overboard with anything that has to do with counseling or trying to give somebody a direction to go in. Let somebody make their own choice or decision on what they need to do. Now, your next card that comes up is, in fact, like finding a safe place, knowing that you always have somewhere you can go, knowing there's always family members who literally want to put their heads out on the line for you, or their neck out on the line for you, people who want to stand up for you, somebody who wants to back you up. There's also family members who wants to help you financially. If some of you are struggling with finances right now, you're going to see that things are going to change greatly for you in the financial department, and it is going to be a blessing for you in disguise. In disguise. Also know, for a lot of you, Aries, in the month of July, there is going to be many, many good times shared. For some of you, this is going to be about things that go on in the public, things that go on in your community, things that go on in the clubs or groups that you belong to, maybe even things that go on at work. But it is going to be things that create very good memories for you guys, things that are also going to help you to move along, not to give up, to keep your faith in a certain situation. So know that blessings are right behind you on the way. And in July, they will present themselves. Your next card that comes up, okay, is the Nine of Cups. I told you, nobody's got a bad reading right now. Aries, the Nine of Cups is talking about your wishes are finally going to come true. A lot of you had many different subjects that you were wishing something good would come out of, whether it was a relationship, whether it was out of a job, whether it's out gambling at a casino, whether it's at it's something that you're betting on, or something that you're wishing on. It's also showing that, like I said, some of you here are trying to just make things happen in a better way, trying to see more things positive, trying to really get the best of it all. For a lot of you, you might had too many choices or options in front of you. Some of you definitely need to narrow something down a little bit more, whether that's clothes, whether that's, what to wear, what to do. For some of you, it's about event planning or being an event planner. Some of you, It may be an interior decorator or planning to change the decor of your home. But there's too many choices or decisions with colors or wallpaper or what is that word? Tapestry? That's what I'm hearing. So whoever's doing all that kind of stuff. For some of you, it's remodeling a kitchen. There's a lot of things going on here, and there's so many of you that I'm reading for that the possibilities are endless. But anyway, what it's talking about is, having more than enough. When you complicate the situation with too much, then you can't actually decipher what's good for you and what's not. When there's too many choices, like on a menu, when there's too many choices, you just don't know what to pick. It's the same thing in relationships. If there's too many opportunities, if you're dating too many people at one time, there's no way you're going to be able to focus. Like, you're not on the Bachelor or Bachelorette here. There's no way you're going to be able to focus on which one you really want to spend time with, because they're all going to kind of run together. So be careful. Be careful, because this is a very good way to confuse yourself on what's best for you. The next card that comes up for you guys is, in fact, the Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Pentacles, it is not only about you giving to people, the community, like I said, family or whatever, but it's also about receiving. And it talks about receiving financial prosperity. So some of you are going to be receiving, maybe through inheritance, maybe through putting in very good hard work. Some of you, it might be about being very diligent about something. But either way, it talks about financial gain here. And the universe is kind of giving you these coins. They're just handing them to you, saying, here you go. I thought maybe you could use this. Thought you could use a little help. Or I'd like to purchase that. Or I'd like to buy that. Whatever. So whatever you're involved in, whether it's sales, whether it's, maybe you sell cars, maybe you do other kind of sales, maybe your internet sales, whatever. Whatever you're doing, it is going to multiply for you. So the universe is pretty much going to say, here's a tip. So for some of you, if you're waitressing, guess what? You're going to get a lot of tips coming up in July. You're going to make really good money in July. You're going to be very busy in July. So that's all a blessing. Now for the last card that I have for you, this card comes up and this talks about achievements. These are achievements and your goals. This is talking about completing something, feeling whole about something. Some of you, you finally took back your power in a situation. For some of you, you might have been feeling kind of down and out. Some of you may have been sick. Some of you may be recovering from a surgery. But whatever that is, it talks about now with the World card here, that there's a completion here. There's a wholeness. There's a beautiful thing about you or way about you. Somebody's seeing you in a different light right now. So this is all truly a blessing for you. I'm sorry, did I say that was your last card? It's not. I have two more here. So your next card that comes up is the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about being careful of holding on to so much things that you don't need. Also holding on to relationships that you really don't need to encounter again or go through again, the situation that you went through before. For some of you, you might feel like something is a burden right now, even a financial burden to you. For some of you, you could be paying for something or too much for something. Whether that's your house, whether that's a car, whether that's a bill, whether it's a credit card. For some of you, it's about an interest rate. For some of you, you can transfer that balance that you have to a credit card with a lower interest rate, pay that one off, get good credit for that, and then turn around and now finance it on something with a better interest rate so you save money along the way. But for some of you, you may be keeping your money very tight. You may not be sharing it with your partner, or you may not be trying to pay things. You may just be allowing them to spend all their money, but you might not be doing what it is that you need to do to support yourself. This feels like, if you're holding your money back and you're not willing to share it with somebody, or if you've gained something with a team and you're not sharing any of that money at all with the team and you're trying to hold it all for yourself, that's going to come back negative for you. So don't do that. Now, for a lot of you, this card definitely talks about worrying about having long-term security, worrying about having enough money in the bank, worrying about if you're going to be able to retire, worrying about if you're going to be able to afford to retire with health insurance and everything else involved here. So some of you are really panicking and putting money away for a rainy day, which is a good idea to do. And the last but not least card that you have for today is the Ten of Pentacles. And that talks about during the month of July, You're going to be building legacies, or you're going to be adding into an investment, creating a retirement investment. Now, we just spoke here about wanting to take care of your money or make sure you have enough. And here is another card that comes up for you. So money, money, money is really important in July. But know that you are going to be able to take care of yourself or your family. You're also going to be able to achieve more financial gain coming up, and you're going to have ideas about this in July. Something you're going to put into action, whether you're joining Robinhood or you're joining some other thing that you can get involved in some stocks and put some money away, because there is some very good investments that you're going to hear about. And I feel like, doing this now, within the next 10 years, you're going to find yourself being in a very comfortable position. So that is the messages that I have for you as far as July goes with the tarot cards. Now, the other message that I have for you guys, Aries, is more talking about, being determined about something, finding a way to open the doors, so to speak. For some of you, it's opening a window. Now, for some of you, a whisper is going to come in either to you intuitionally. You're going to feel this through your intuition, or you're going to hear this in your dreams. But there is definitely going to be some information coming to you that is going to be like a download for you. It is something that's going to come in. It's almost like sequences of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Or there's something else going on here where it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So whatever that is for you, if that means something to you. Or else that could be just you creating categories so you can decipher 1 from 2 and 3 from 4 and A from B and C from D. It's like you're trying to do it that way. So whatever that talks about, whether that's debits or credits, negative or positive, I don't know. Whatever is going on there, there's something that's coming in a very big way to you. This download is going to have you waking up with information, and you're going to be like, where the hell did I get that from? How did I come to this idea? I never even knew nothing about that. Who gave me all this information? How all of a sudden do I know about this? So you'll see what's coming for you. It's coming in a download, and it's coming through your intuition, or it's coming through a dream. So pay attention to your dreams in July, because once you do, doors are going to open like nobody's business. And I am telling you that for some of you who feel like you are walking through a cave or walking in the darkness and there was no sign of any kind of light, and all your hope was getting lost, and you were feeling like you were being defeated in so many ways, guess what? Guess what? July is going to take you over the top. Over the top financially, over the top mentally, over the top emotionally, over the top spiritually, and over the top in love. So guess what? You better get your seatbelt on, because you got one hell of a ride coming. You got one hell of a ride.